Let me tell you something shocking. You can survive weeks without food, but only a few days without water. And yet, most people think hydration is just about drinking a glass of water when they're thirsty. The truth, hydration is a careful orchestra between water and electrolyte, sodium, potassium, magnesium. And when that dance goes wrong, the symptoms show up fast. You'll have headache, poor focus, cramp, fatigue, even sometimes dangerous heart rhythm. Today, I'll take you inside your body through the lens of medicine, nutrition, ecology, to uncover what water and electrolyte really do and how to master them for health, energy, and performance. Hello, I'm Dr. Hillal. I have been a nutrition expert for the past 10 years, and I'm currently doing a residency in pathology here in Chicago. What fascinates me is how something as simple as water looks under the microscope. When you're dehydrated, you will see your blood thicken. And also, when, on the other hand, when you have overhydration, it will lead to swollen brain cells. In this video, we're gonna find out why water is the ultimate nutrient and also the essential role of electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, and how much fluid your body actually needs. Also, we're gonna talk some practical hydration strategies for our daily life, and we will see some myths that are confusing to everyone. Try to correct them, and we'll see. Hopefully, by the end of the video, you will see that hydration will be no longer a guessing game. It will be a science. You can use it every single day. Let's start with water itself. Do you know that about 60% of your body weight is water? That means if someone for 70 kilogram person, it will carry more than 40 liters of water inside of them. See how that's interesting. And as you know, the water is the vehicle that transports the nutrient, the oxygen to all our cells. And it regulates our body temperature through sweat and evaporation. Also, it lubricates the joints. It's like the oil lubricates the engine. And it's also how your kidney flushes out all toxins in waste. It's very important. Even small changes matter. Just a 2% dehydration, it's like losing around 1 to 1.5 liters in average adult. It's enough to decrease the focus, you slower your reaction time, worsens mood. We have some studies on an athlete that show endurance performance drop miserably when this mild dehydration. Also, we see them in the hospital. Even mild dehydration in older patients causes confusion that mimics dementia. Once I've looked at a blood smear of a dehydrated patient, the plasma looked more concentrated. The cells were packed together. Imagine that happening in your body. Your blood becomes like syrup instead of juice. Everything flows more sluggish, and that is the unseen burden of dehydration. Put your heart and vessels very hard. You have consider like your vessels as a pipes, and if the liquid that runs into them is very thickened, you will get a lot of heart problems, a lot of all your hypertension. So it's very important to get enough hydration. Now, here's why hydration gets more interesting. It's not just about water. When you sweat, urinate, or lose fluid, you're not just losing water, but you're losing the electrolytes. These are charged minerals that keeps your entire electrical system running. The most important, we have the sodium, which is the main regulator of fluid balance. Think of sodium as the gatekeeper. It controls how water moves between compartments in your body. It also powers the nerve signaling and muscle contraction. Too little sodium, you'll get cramps, you'll get confusion, even seizures. But too much, you'll get high blood sugar, high blood pressure, swelling, stress on the heart. Potassium, it's the counterbalance to sodium. It helps your body maintain a normal rhythm. Your muscle contracts smoothly, your blood pressure stays balanced. Low potassium in your body can cause irregular heartbeat, something we see on EKG regularly in the ER all the time. High potassium can be equally deadly if it's uncontrolled. Another electrolyte, which is the magnesium, this one is underrated. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions. It supports muscle relaxation, nerve conduction, bone health, and even sleep quality. Low magnesium is often the hidden cause behind muscle twitches, cramps, poor sleep, migraine. It's good to be aware of it. You lose electrolyte faster in hot weather, intense training, and or sometimes for the patients who are taking diuretics. That's why you see athletes collapse during marathons. It just during summertime, especially, not just because they have a drop in water, but also because their sodium and potassium drop too. It's important to keep that in mind. How much do you need? Now the big question. Now is the big question. How much water should you actually drink? For the general guidelines, most adults need about 30 to 35 milliliter per kilogram of body weight, which is about 2 to 3 liters for the average person. But your need increase if you're active in a high climate, if you're sweating heavily. You should add to half to 1 liter per hour of intense exercise. That's mostly why endurance athletes sometimes need even more. Also, that it's better to add some electrolytes into the water. How do you know you are dehydrated? First thing is you go check your urine. If it's dark yellow, it means you haven't got enough water. You also will feel fatigue, headache, dizziness, dry skin, poor focus, irritability. If your mood is not and you're intense with people, first thing to check is your water. It's very important. But as well, too much water is also dangerous. Rare, but it's possible, especially in athletes who overdrink just without electrolyte. They just drink water without electrolyte. They can have this balance. Also, this can cause hyponatremia in this case. Sodium level drops, the brain cells swell, leading to confusion, seizures, and even coma in some cases. But I think that's why most recent marathon organizations now have warned against overhydrating with plain water. They always, if you're running a marathon, add the water with electrolytes. Let's talk about some helpful strategies. I want you to turn into this daily habit that you can actually do. Start your day with a glass of water. Overnight, you lose fluid through breathing, sweating. So in the morning, have a glass of water will try to reset you. Also, use the urine color as your test base. Aim for a pale yellow. If you see that your urine is too much dark or it's not as crystal clear, it means that you need more water. Also, it's better if you can use the electrolyte package, are useful if you're exercising or for more than 1 hour, if you're sweating heavily or you're training for in the heat. Otherwise, sometimes plain water is enough. The electrolyte, the salt that we get in food is enough. If you're working and you don't get to, you don't have any access for electrolyte, add in some salt with water and drink it, not too much, not with salty salt, just a little bit, so you can get the doses of the electrolyte and should be fine. You can also get the electrolyte from food. For the sodium, as we said, the salt is good to have it in moderation. Potassium, some great sources are the banana, sweet potato, beans, and also for the magnesium, you will find it in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains. Those are very rich in magnesium as well. Eating real food covers most of your electrolytes, so you don't need to have this expensive powder. It's not necessary. Let me tell you about one quick story. I had a young athlete patient who he thought that just drinking only water would help him recover faster. Instead, he fainted during the training because his sodium crashed Once we added the balanced hydration water plus the electrolyte, we call them serum salih, his performance and recovery completely changed, which is good. It was not major. He's safe. But now let's talk about some myths. Now, coffee dehydrates you. Coffee dehydrates you. That's not true. Yes, the caffeine is a mild diuretic, but the fluid in the coffee is more than enough to compensate. If you drink coffee or a tea, it still counts toward hydration. Another myth: everyone must drink 8 glasses a day. That's outdated. Needs vary by body size, climate, and activity. For example, a woman who weighs 60 kilograms in Chicago does not need the same as a person or a man who weighs 100 kilograms training in Arizona. We use the body weight and per SKU, there is no fixed number. Another one, which is sport drinks are always needed. Not true. For most people doing light to moderate exercise, plain water is perfect. Sport drinks are useful only for long, intense sessions. Otherwise, they're just sugar water. Here's your hydration formula. Aim for a 30 to 50 milliliters per kilogram of body weight daily. Use thirst and urine color as a daily guide. Also, replace the electrolyte during long workout or hot weather. Try to balance water with sodium, potassium, and magnesium, because hydration is not just about the water, it's about the whole electrolytes and water. It's a chemistry. I want you for the next 2 days, carry a water bottle and track your intake. And you will notice your energy, focus, and mood are improving as you are hitting your targets. Because hydration is not a survival, it's a performance, cognition, and long-term health. That's it, guys, for this video. I hope you have learned something new, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.